Love English Podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Love English Podcast. We're here to help you learn English for your real life in a simple and natural way. I'm your host, Leo.
And I'm Emma. It's so wonderful to be here with you all. This is a safe space for you to learn, so we will always speak slowly and explain everything. Leo, I am so bored. It's Friday afternoon and I have a long weekend ahead of me, but I have absolutely no plans.
A long weekend with no plans. For some people, that sounds like a dream, but for others, it can be a bit boring.
I am definitely in the second group. I want to do something fun, but I have no ideas.
And that is a perfect start to our topic for today. We are going to do a deep dive into how to make suggestions and recommendations.
This is such a useful skill. It's different from giving advice, which is usually for a serious problem. A suggestion or a recommendation is for fun, everyday decisions, like what to do on a long weekend.
Exactly. And being able to make good suggestions makes you a more active and interesting person in a conversation. It shows you have ideas. So let's use my problem. I'm bored and I need ideas for the weekend. How would you start?
Well, the first thing is to understand the situation. You are bored, but you probably have some things you like and dislike. So let's start with some very soft, open suggestions to see what you are in the mood for.
That's a good approach. So what are some of these soft suggestion phrases?
I think the most friendly way is to use a question. For example, how about or what about? These are great for making gentle suggestions because they invite the other person to share their opinion.
So what would you suggest for me using those phrases?
I could ask, well, what about doing something outdoors? The weather is supposed to be beautiful.
That's a very general suggestion. I'm not suggesting a specific activity, just a general category.
That's a good start. I could reply, that's a nice idea. I would love to get some fresh air.
Now you know I like the outdoors idea, so you can give me more specific suggestions.
Exactly. Now I can use another soft suggestion. We can use the word could. For example, okay, great. We could go for a hike in the mountains, or we could go to the beach, or we could just have a picnic in the park.
I love how you used could to give me a list of options. It doesn't feel like you are telling me what to do. It feels like we are brainstorming together. To brainstorm is to think of a lot of ideas together.
That's the goal of a good suggestion. It should feel like a team effort. So, what do you think of those options? Hiking, the beach, or a picnic?
Hiking sounds like a lot of work. I'm feeling a little lazy. And the beach is a bit far. I think a picnic in the park sounds perfect. It's relaxing and easy.
See? This is how a conversation works. I gave some options, you thought about them, and you chose one. It was a successful suggestion. Now, let's talk about a stronger way to suggest something.
What do you mean by stronger?
Let's say I have a very specific idea that I think you'll love. I might use the word should, but we have to be careful because should can sometimes sound a little bossy, like you were giving an order.
So how do we use should in a polite way?
You can soften it. Instead of saying we should go to the park, you could say I think we should go to the park, or maybe we should go to the park. Adding I think or maybe makes it sound like your personal opinion, not a command.
That's a great tip. So if I said, I'm hungry, but I don't know what to eat, what would you say using should?
I could say, there's that new Italian restaurant downtown. I think we should try it. I've heard the pasta is amazing.
That sounds very persuasive. Persuasive means it makes me want to agree with you. Okay, so we have soft suggestions with how about and could, and we have stronger suggestions with I think we should. Now, what about a recommendation?
A recommendation is the strongest type of suggestion. This is when you suggest something because you have personal experience with it and you know it's good. You are not just giving an idea, you are giving your personal stamp of approval.
So, what are some good phrases for a strong recommendation?
You can use the verb recommend itself. For example, if we are at that Italian restaurant and I have eaten there before, I could look at the menu and say, I highly recommend the lasagna. It's the best dish here.
Highly means very much. So, you are telling me with confidence that this is a good choice. What's another way?
You can use you have to or you've got to. These are very strong and enthusiastic. They sound like a command, but in this context, they are very friendly. For example, you have to see the new Spider-Man movie. It's incredible.
I understand. You're not really commanding me, you're just expressing your strong positive feeling.
Exactly. You are saying, this is so good, I really want you to experience it too. For example, if you were visiting my hometown, I would say, you've got to visit the old historic bridge. The view from there is beautiful.
This is a fantastic set of tools. So let's do another role play. Let's imagine I have a different problem. I want to start a new hobby, but I don't know what to do.
Okay, I am your friend full of good recommendations.
Emma.
I feel like I need a new hobby. I want to do something creative, but I'm not sure what.
A creative hobby. That's a great goal. Well, have you thought about taking a pottery class? I'm starting with a gentle question-based suggestion.
Pottery? That's an interesting idea. I've never thought about that. Is it fun?
I've never done it myself, but my sister loves it. She says it's very relaxing. Or another idea, we could take a cooking class together. What about that?
A cooking class? That sounds like fun. But I'm not a very good cook. I'm a little nervous.
I understand, but I think you should try it. It's a great way to learn a new skill and meet new people, and we would be doing it together, so it would not be scary.
That's true. Okay, I'm open to that idea. What kind of cooking class?
Well, my friend Sarah took a class at the Happy Kitchen last month, and she said it was amazing. I highly recommend we look at their schedule. She said the pasta making class was the best.
Wow, okay. You've convinced me. A pasta making class sounds perfect. That's a fantastic recommendation. Thank you, Leo.
Of course, I'm glad I could help.
That conversation was perfect. It showed how you can start with a soft suggestion, and when you have more information, you can give a stronger recommendation.
Exactly. And it also showed how you can respond to suggestions by being open, but also sharing your worries.
So let's do our final summary for our listeners. Remember, it's great to be a person who has ideas and suggestions.
For gentle, open suggestions when you are brainstorming, use questions like how about or what about, or use the word could to offer a list of possibilities.
For stronger suggestions when you have a specific idea, you can use I think we should.
And for a very strong recommendation based on your personal experience, use I highly recommend or the very friendly and enthusiastic you have to try.
And remember to be a good listener. If your friend doesn't like your idea, listen to the reason and suggest something else. It's a conversation, not a command.
We hope this lesson helps you all be more active and helpful in your English conversations.
Thank you all for joining us on the Love English podcast. We will talk to you next time. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening to Love English Podcast. Remember, every minute you spend learning English is an investment in your future. Keep learning and see you in the next episode.